My Dog Never Says Please by Suzanne Williams, illustrated by Ted Arnold. We had just sat down for supper. I was hungry enough to eat Snow White's poison apple. "Pass those potatoes," I called out. Ma raised an eyebrow. "Mind your manners, Jenny," she scolded. "That's no way to ask." Then my pipsqueak brother Jack popped up. "I always remember to use the magic word," he said, like he had a little halo over his head. Drat that Jack, sometimes I wish I were a dog. My dog never says please, and no one ever thinks a thing about it. Easy life old Red's got, lying in the sun all day long, barking at crows and cats, and enjoying the occasional scratch. I grabbed a chicken leg as the platter went sailing by, and tore into it, pretending like I was a dog with a bone. "Chew with your mouth closed, Jenny girl," Pa said sternly. "No one wants to see what's going on inside of your mouth." "And use your napkin," added Ma. "You've got gravy on your chin." "Jenny's disgusting," said Jack, making a show of cutting his chicken into teensy little bites. I spit out a piece of gristle and swiped at my mouth. "Wish they'll just leave me alone. Old Red eats with his mouth open, and he never uses a napkin. They don't ever pick on him. Why couldn't I be a dog?" There was some of Ma's sweet-tasting, mouth-watering cherry pie for dessert. Mine was gone in less time it took to tweak Jack's ear. Mmm, I said, running my tongue over my plate to get the last sweet, sticky drops of cherry juice. "You sure make the best pie in the world, Ma. How about a second helping?" "Jenny May Perkins, you're hopeless. It's not good manners to lick your plate, and one helping of pie would be enough for a girl your size." "But I'm growing," I said, wondering why she hadn't noticed that. Seems like the only time she ever looks at me is to see my manners. Anyway, what's wrong with licking your plate? It's a sign of respect. Shows how much you like something. My dog licks his plate, and no one ever tells him it's bad. They pat him on the head and tell him he's a good boy. Lucky old Red. I excused myself and hightailed it out of there, fixing to grab my jump rope and go outside. My mama had other ideas. She poked her head into my room. "Seeing as how you're done with supper, you can get started on this room of yours. Looks like a tornado went through here." "Oh, Ma, I like it this way. Everything's right where I can see it instead of hiding away in drawers." Ma gave me one of her looks. You know, the kind that could burn a hole through an iron safe. While I was picking my things up, old Red helped himself to my bed. He scrunched up the covers and settled down for a snooze. Why don't you get out in the yard and clean up your doghouse?" I told him. But he stretched and rolled over so I could scratch his belly. What a life he's got. I finished my room, grabbed my jump rope, and headed for the back door before Ma could think of something else for me to do. I had one foot out the screen door when Jack, that little tattler, started hollering. "Ma!" he bawled. "Jenny's going outside in her bare feet." "Jenny May," Ma called out, "put something on your feet. Pa's been hammering out back, and there's likely to be nails around. First thing you'll go poking one of them through your foot." "Shoot, Ma, shoes crowd my toes." Truth is, I don't know where my shoes are now that my room is all cleaned up. "Don't argue with your Ma," said Pa. "Go put your shoes on." I let go of the screen door. Old Red must have heard it squeal, 'cause all of a sudden he streaked by, almost knocked me over as he pushed it open and leaped outside. I sure didn't notice any shoes on his feet. Talk about unfair. Seems to me a dog's life is much better than mine. And the more I thought about it, the better I got. Till finally I just sort of boiled over. You treat old Red better than you treat me, I yelled, correcting my manners and making me work all the time. I hate wearing shoes. I want to be a dog. Then, try as I might to hold him back, tears poured out of my eyes like a darn waterfall. Ma hurried over and laid her hand on my shoulder. Jack snickered, but Pa shut him up with a look. Pa scratched his head. You want to be a dog? Yep, I sure do. And that's how I, Jenny Mae Perkins, ended up sleeping in the doghouse and begging for scraps. Old Red was good about sharing, though. I think he even shared some of his fleas. But I do miss Ma's cooking. Right now I can hear pork chops sizzling through the window. Ma must be getting supper ready. Sure does smell good. Maybe she'll save me a bone with a little meat on it. There's a lot of black clouds coming our way. Looks like it might rain. I wonder if the doghouse leaks. Ma says I can go back to being myself any time I got a mind to. So maybe I'll just saunter on in and wash up for supper. But if that brother of mine dares to say even one teensy little word, why, I might just haul off and bite him on the leg.